hired to resurrect his once great career. He is the king of rock and roll. I think he had lost confidence in himself.
He could see the music industry passing him by.
You're nothing but a bunch of British Elvis Presley.
Oh, it's not true.
He knew that this was his make or break special.
The new documentary, Reinventing Elvis, the 68 comeback, takes a closer look at the making of the television special that revitalized Elvis Presley's career in the late 60s. It also marked his return to television for the first time in a decade. Steve Binder is the executive producer of the film. He also wrote a book about the special, 68 Comeback, the story behind this special, and he joins us now. Steve, thank you for being here with us. This special was just so great to watch. I've always thought that that special was one of the most pivotal moments really in pop culture, not only representing Elvis's return, but a change in pop culture in music. What do you think?
I totally agree with you. Actually, when I entered the picture, Colonel Parker had met with the head of NBC, Tom Sarnoff, and they had decided among themselves that Elvis was going to change his career in the likes of Perry Como or Andy Williams, and he was going to turn out to be a pop television host, and he would do Christmas specials and so forth. And I didn't want to do that kind of a special. You know, I had too much respect. Even though I was not an Elvis Presley fan at the time, I had seen him before I even was in show business on the Ed Sullivan Show and liked him a lot. And then I just saw years of you know, hyping him and publicity. And Elvis had reached the point himself when I met him that he wasn't sure whether his fame and success wasn't because of RCA Records' publicity machine or the Colonel's genius as a personal manager. And so he was confused himself. And as a result, Priscilla Presley told me in person years after he passed away that after his very first meeting with me, he came home and said, "I don't care what Colonel Parker thinks or says. I'm going with this guy, Binder. I just got a gut feeling about him. We're about the same age. He's in the music business as well as the television business, and I think he's the guy who I'm going to listen to." And you know, he was craving for a comeback, but on the other hand, he wasn't sure if America was ready for him again because of the British invasion. Mm-hmm. And so, he said, "What if I fail?" And I said, "You'll still be remembered for your movies, for your early rock and roll hits. But the doors will be basically closed. But don't think negatively. If you're a success, every door will be open again."
So, Steve, how accurate was in the recent movie by Buzz Larman where at the end he sings "I Have a Dream," and that was such an iconic moment, and it seemed like you and he kind of tried to get Colonel Parker out of the idea of him wearing a Christmas sweater. Is that a true representation?
No, it's not.
It's not.
There's so many books and you know, movies, movie of the weeks. I remember Dick Clark doing one. And I sort of sat back and said, you know, nobody, and I mean nobody, who was actually there 24 hours a day while we made the comeback special, it was all third party. It was all just people talking to each other who weren't there. And as a result, there was so much misinformation.
So was that the plan all along?
Well, from my standpoint, you know, I knew Elvis was a rocker, and, you know, I was very much, at the time, I just completed a Petula Clark, Harry Belafonte special with a lot of controversy connected to that, because it was the first time in variety television in prime time that a black person actually and a white person touched each other. I couldn't believe it, but it became a big controversy. And that's what made NBC call me and ask if I was available to do Elvis.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to delve into here. We may not have a bigger Elvis fan in Chicago than our own Mike Toomey, who also has a question for you.
Hey, Steve, I was going to ask what Robin asked you, but wasn't it true that it was sort of like an athlete in the way that he not only had to vocally get ready for this special, but also physically had to lose weight, fit into that leather suit? There was a whole dynamic to that, correct?
Totally untrue. I met Elvis. He was in incredible shape. No drugs. I mean, he was so much fun to work with. And, the one thing that the public, and I hope I captured, is his sense of humor. People didn't realize how funny he was. And the Colonel kept him under wraps. And, Colonel was terrified of Elvis being Elvis. And that was my job, was to let the world know basically that, this was my impression of Elvis. I wasn't sure because he came from basically the Deep South, from Tupelo, Mississippi originally, and then his family moved to Graceland in Memphis. And I wasn't sure whether I even wanted to work with him. I was a California guy who was into the Beach Boys and all the West Coast acts. And until I physically met him in person, when he sold me over instantly, and I realized, hey, even though we were a couple thousand miles away from each other geographically, we had a ton of things in common. We could have been born in the same neighborhood. And we just hit it off from get-go. I mean, the first time I saw him and met him, he came to my office, and the first thing he asked me is, "What do you think of my career?" And I just, told him the truth. I said, "I think it's in the toilet." And I didn't know whether he was going to kill me or what. And all of a sudden he laughed out loud and he said, "Finally, somebody's talking truth to me."
Yeah, he had plenty of people around him telling him what he wanted to hear. Take a look at that 68 comeback special. It is streaming, but also this documentary, Reinventing Elvis, the 68 comeback, is out there. It's streaming on Paramount Plus. The book is 68 Comeback, the story behind the special. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, and I love Chicago. So it was, even though it was getting up early in the morning on the West Coast, it was well worth it. And thank you.
Thanks, Steve.